Happy birthday, Unk. Wow. It's not my birthday yet. It's tomorrow. Wait, hold on. Don't call me Unk yet. 69 months coming up soon. A lot of people approaching 69. What happened 69 months ago? 69 months ago was a little over 5 years ago. Yeah, November 2019. Okay, yeah, so SRM, yeah. That was actually right around SRM time. Right around GDQ time. Actually, yeah, that was almost exactly... Yeah, so anyone with 68 months probably subbed around GDQ 2020. Around SRM time. Okay, that makes sense. SRM babies. SRM was just found though. Yeah, it's a brand new trick. Your parents call you a rando baby too. Wow, nice. Is chat like all dungeon speedruns, or do they just smile and nod when I'm in the green? Chat's definitely smile and nodders. I think they're smile and nodders and just like when Link jumps funny. They like the funny jumps in the green. They like gold splits too. They're rainbow splits here. Is ZFG world record? I am not a world record. I am a person who speedruns. If you're asking, do I have the record in this? Currently, I do not. Maybe someday, with enough practice and runs, maybe I could. Can I explain everything for you? Sure. So first, Link spins around and does a funny dance, and then the game gets confused. And then fast things happen. That's pretty much everything. That will be on the test, yeah. Is it an open book test? It's an open game test. So you're allowed to open up OOT and GZ for your test. Okay, let's do some runs. I'm gonna be doing a slightly different route because I'm gonna be getting egg instead of bean. So I need to delete one split, deleting the bomb split because that's gonna be inaccurate. Egg. Yeah, no bean, now only egg. It's not a route change necessarily. Like, we've always known, okay, it's either bean or egg, but I decided egg is barely slower than bean, and egg is a lot easier. And I'm doing like the easy route anyway, so I figured I'm gonna do that. Once I switch to the harder route gets neither. I just want to get a few runs in with the easy route, and then I switch to hard route. When am I running on the Chinese cheat machine? I may be being recruited for some testing. CCP got me. My social credit score went up recently as a coincidence. Plus 100 social credit score if I record on IQ. Really? That was almost really good. Oh, I don't know why this happens sometimes. Sometimes What? How did that happen? That was almost really good, and then somehow I didn't get hit by the bomb. It happens rarely, but I don't really understand why. No, I'm not gonna reset just yet, but I am mad. I do need to practice doing the backup in runs anyway. There we go. I sound extremely mad, calm down. I'm sorry, I just can't hold in my rage. I really need anger management or something. I'm sorry for melting down on stream like this. Never seen that before, that was awesome. Cool. Glad you thought it was cool, but that's actually fairly mild for OOT speedrun strats. There will be a lot more cool stuff like that. Can't believe I'm only barely behind. Played 2 notes and you thought I was gonna pull out the Flintstones intro? No. I don't actually know how to play anything on the Ocarina. I just play some random notes. Fake fan. I mean, I think I might have tried to play the Simpsons theme when I was a kid, after seeing it on GameFAQs or something. That might be it. Okay, so I'm gonna lose more time on this split because this is where the bean egg route changes. Yeah, there was always, anytime if you were trying to look up anything OOT related, you would always find, oh, how to play the Simpsons theme on the Ocarina. Oh, and the AVGN theme. That was also a big one. Did I learn it? I don't specifically remember. I probably did. Really? Making a bunch of stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes, man. Oh man, this is bad. Oh my god. The next split is almost already coming up. When am I joining old school RuneScape? I am not playing old school RuneScape. You won't get me. No, nothing you say is gonna make me play RuneScape. I refuse. Stinky 1.1 Fire Temple music. Actually, 1.1 has the same music as 1.0. It's 1.2 where the music got changed. It's the 1.2 music. Do you ever plan on doing alternate flag speedruns? At this point, probably not. A big reason I wanted to do all permanent flags a long time ago was to do stuff that wouldn't really normally be done in speedruns, and Rando honestly covers most of that. So doing Rando kind of covered what I wanted to do in terms of doing other stuff that speedruns wouldn't normally do. So now I don't think all permanent flags has as much of a reason for me to do. There's a universe where I streamed a Horse Girls game. I actually did end up playing it. I tried it for like an hour because it was such a hot topic at ESA. I ended up playing a tiny bit of it, but after the tutorial there was too much yapping and I couldn't play it anymore. Yeah, thanks Nelly. Talking about it all week. The yapping stopped after the tutorial. That's what I've heard, but I still just haven't really cared to go back. One more spin. Yeah, I'm also not exactly interested in gacha. Says the rando streamer. They're different, okay? Speaking of gacha, did I buy a Labubu? I did not buy a Labubu. I have negative interest in those. What if they made a Young Link Labubu? A Yabubu? No, not even that. Jabubu? Wait. Hold on now. We might be onto something. What? This is bad. Failing that is so bad, because you're basically guaranteed to get hit by this guy. Rip. Why weren't I invited to the streamer games? I don't know, Ludwig just snubbed me. Skipping inviting me to the streamer games, I don't know what I did. No, I would likely not have accepted, even if I got an offer. Oh yeah, scared of my athleticism, yeah, for sure. No, I don't have beef with Ludwig. If anything, Ludwig is like one of the few big streamers actually, like... And guys, secret info. He actually kind of likes me too. He even personally invited me to the original Fast 50. And we DM'd. Actually, you guys want to know secret Ludwig lore? Ludwig used to be a chatter in my chat before he got big. Yeah, I knew Ludwig before he was big. Yeah, I should have banned him back then, exactly. Yeah, I made Ludwig. He got to where he is because of me, pretty much. But no, I actually do like Ludwig. He's actually pretty cool. For a big streamer. Oh yeah, I did hear his opinion on OOT sucking because of SRM now. I will say that's a bad opinion. But I think he also doesn't fully know like the full story, which is not something I can blame him. That's a lot of people's impression. People just got the impression that SRM ruined everything because at the time that is what most people were running. But it was, people were running mostly SRM stuff because it was like the shiny new toy. And so a lot of people didn't realize that we had split categories because people were running with the shiny new toy thing, which was the new SRM. But now that, you know, SRM is going down, we've all moved back to non-SRM categories. But, you know, people, you know, still know about SRM and haven't known too much about, like, the specifics of the community, how the community's been working. Yeah, dude, there's people that think that I quit speedrunning because of SRM. Like, no, that was definitely not the reason. I like SRM. I think SRM is cool. Yeah, not like I have Hundo SRM record. SRM did ruin MM, though. SRM was weird with MM, because, like, it did do a lot of cool stuff with SRM, but it also... I can see where people are coming from for not liking it more in MM. Although I do wish, I think the one thing that's super sad about MM SRM is that I think the coolest thing by far was using Sunsong in MM, but you can't really do Sunsong any other way. Like, Sunsong strats were so cool, and I think it's a real shame that there's no other way to do that. Remember the time I died in Morphin, SVA roasted me on Twitter? Yes, I remember very well. Yeah, MM's weird where, like, I think what also kind of sucks about SRM is SRM was the one way where it could actually significantly shorten first cycle. Like, it's not first cycle skip, but still at least a significant amount gone. But it just kind of sucks that that's the only way you can get a good amount of first cycle gone. It's also ruining everything else. Good split. Somehow I've gotten worse with splitting. My first run, I actually managed to remember all the splits. Really? I hate this wrong warp, dude. I hate the side hop setup. You have to be so fast for it. I'm gonna try to continue just watching the cutscene. I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna see how bad it is to just continue watching the cutscene. Okay, so that's how much time failing the DC wrong warp loses. Alright, that's quite a bit. Technically, this can still PB. I can save like 4 minutes on the final split. You know what? At least this run will probably not PB. That's probably a good thing at this point. I just want to make sure I get practice on the ending at least. That's the important part. Does the wrong warp work at night? Is it nighttime or is it just very late daytime? It works at night? Okay. No, it's definitely nighttime. Alright, I'm gonna trust that everything is fine. Actually, even though... Well, no, I guess the Skulltula is technically loaded at daytime, so I guess... I was gonna say the Skulltula being loaded might mess it up, but technically the Skulltula is actually loaded during daytime. So I guess it won't. Alright, this was just a warm-up run. Oh god, this actually might PB. No, dude, I don't want to have to submit this. Thanks for the resub, Mommy is here now. I don't have to submit. I think that everyone should always submit all PBs. I mean, technically, yes, I don't have to, but I am a strong believer in submitting every single PB, no matter how much you hate it. But man, do I hate this one. I mean, I may have failed the wrong warp, because again, it was nighttime, it was a little bit weird. So we'll see. It was nighttime, I couldn't see, I was sleepy, exactly, and the sun was in my eyes, despite being down. And my controller was messing up, and my dog ate my homework. It didn't work. RIP. Okay, no PB. Okay, I'm 90% sure something got overwritten when well, either something got overwritten when I failed the wrong warp or nighttime messed it up. I guess first thing to do is test nighttime. I know Pancake said it worked, but I mean, literally the other day Pancake said something would work when it didn't. So you know what? I don't know how much I can trust Pancake. Okay, it does seem to work, so it was probably the fact that I failed the Hess. Kinda sucks, because I know that you can do a second try Hess and have it still work, but I definitely have also had it where failing the Hess makes it not work. So it does kind of suck if I fail the first time Hess, I just kind of have to hope it works after that. Okay, so this does work from nighttime. It must have just unloaded when I failed the Hess. Alright, Pancake, you were right. It was me who had the skill issue. Alright, maybe this run won't be so bad. Surely I've gotten all the bad stuff out of the way. That run was a warm-up run just to get everything out of the way. Missed a heart piece? Good. Getting extra heart pieces would be detrimental to this run because I want to die a lot, so having lower health is more beneficial. The greatest time save trick that could be discovered for hundo routing? It depends on your definition of, like, if you mean anything as wild as it can be, you can probably just come up with like some arbitrary, oh, you can do this, like, you can SRM warp anywhere, or like better Dinopoly wrong warps that it works like SRM warping or something. If it's something more reasonable, something more realistic, I think the timer wrong warp from the Zelda escape cutscene to Nocturne, I think that's a big thing that'd be huge for hundo. If we could do that without timer, I mean. If we could do that without timer, I think that would be very big for hundo. Yeah, the Zelda escape to Nocturne wrong warp, every time I try to think about hundo routing, my brain always goes back to that wrong warp. Because it's so good. It skips literally 3 minutes of cutscene. You skip 2 minutes of the Zelda escape and 1 minute of Nocturne. And you don't have to get rid of an extra wrong warp, like a wrong warp from a dungeon that has to be used for something else. It's so good, but every timer just sucks. 5-ish frame perfect unbufferable tricks that kill a run if you fail. Yeah, that too is like, when you try to route it in, like, you can route it in so that there's nothing big you have to avoid, but it's usually faster if there's like some frame perfect text boxes you gotta avoid. But if we could, yeah, doing that bufferless. I know that I remember looking into this a really long time ago. My first thought was like, oh, voiding should work, but then like for some reason, I forget what the technical reason for it is, but voiding for that cutscene does not work, even though it works for other kinds of wrong warps. Oh yeah, because of Bunny TTG, yeah, that's why messes with that a lot. That's even worse, but Yeah, if we can just find some way to do that without a timer. Also, not the same thing, but I guess a slightly maybe less bad version is if we could somehow get eye drops timer instead of having to rely on mushroom or frog. Because eye drops, I mean, theoretically, you know, if we assume that we could get it without a big detour, eye drops would probably be more convenient than the others, for sure. But I don't know how we're potentially getting eye drops without frog. But yeah, I think for Hundo, that wrong warp without timer would probably be the best thing. BA eyeball frog as child? I should specify doing this as child would be what's good. Because he does give it to you as if you can give the guy frog as child, he does give you eye drops as child, so I mean if we can somehow easily BA frog as child. Oh yeah, I guess you can't even easily BA as adult. Isn't eyeball frog is like what, 54 or something? It's like barely above 50. So it doesn't work out. Or at least not well. 52, yeah. But yeah, that's the dream for Hundo. I think that would like basically solve Hundo routing. And not solve, but it would be so good for Hundo routing. I think so much stuff would just flow so much easier. The timerless wrong warp from Zelda Escape to Nocturne I'm talking about still. Yeah, which does not exist. If we can find some way, if someone, maybe it's worth looking a second time at like voiding and why voiding doesn't work, because I forgot the technical reason why voiding doesn't work, but maybe with current knowledge we could figure some way around it, or at least learn more about it. It might be worth taking a look at that again. I forgot if Aurora's Wind works. I know that I was trying before, but like I couldn't even get it to work with cheats. But I forgot if theoretically it could or not. But again, this would be as child, so like Aurora's Wind as child is not the easiest to set up. Oh yeah, coordinates might be an issue. I don't think I ever checked if the coordinates are land inbounds in CAC, which they probably don't. But yeah, that might also be a thing. Is my PFP a picture of my dog, or is it just a random dog? It's Franker Z, the Twitch emote. Oh, I tried to split by pressing A. I don't know in what universe that would have worked. I literally thought, okay, if I look at my splits and I press the A button, surely this will telepathically send a signal to my splits to split. Yeah, I need to set up auto split. I keep being lazy about it. Okay, good. So eventually I'll switch over to doing Weird Shot Volve and then skip Egg entirely. Why did I forget to split again? I am old. That's why. Blame everything on being old. I'm even getting older again tomorrow. Imagine aging. Crazy. Am I still gonna stream when I'm 60? We'll see what happens. Can never predict the future. Retirement announcement coming soon. So this is the final stream. Yeah, this is actually my final stream ever. This is my retirement stream, guys. Never streaming again until I unretire next stream. Will I be streaming on my birthday? Maybe. Probably. On speedrunning? Did I forget to split again? Dude, how am I forgetting to split so much? I swear. I didn't forget this much on my first run. Yeah, I'm just alternating splits. Keeping the pace pals on their toes, exactly. Yeah, I'm just adding to the suspense. I mean, I should have saved time for sure. It was fairly sure it was a decent split. Nice. I'm gonna try for, oh my god, that actually worked. I just wanted to cut that one grass. I was gonna say I'm gonna try for a bomb drop and then it actually came out. Imagine I wasted my bomb luck and I get no bombs here. Imagine. Okay. Okay, I kind of split. It was like a second late, but it counts. Does he know he's low on HP? I do know that I'm low on HP. It's very good. I have properly calculated my HP. There's no difference between 60 FPS and non-60 FPS streams since my game is running at 20 FPS? Actually, no. There is a good reason to stream this game at 60 FPS even though it runs at 20. So, the game actually has 3 different frame rates. It runs at 20 for normal gameplay, but it's 30 for the pause screen and 60 for the file select screen. And if you only stream this game at 20 FPS, the game will occasionally desync its frame rate from your streaming frame rate, which will cause it to be very choppy. And that is why you should always stream this game at 60 FPS, even though for most of the gameplay it's at 20. Would I ever run 80 on PAL? Absolutely not. I would never run anything on PAL. This is not GZ, this is vanilla. Okay, I have to... That's really bad. Okay. I'm gonna have to save warp after Boomerang, or else the wrong warp is gonna crash. So that's instant time loss. This wrong warp is picky. If you pop the bubbles there, or if you don't pull out hookshot at the right time, the wrong warp can crash. And now it's basically guaranteed to crash. Well, it's not guaranteed to crash, but like, I don't have enough data to know like every permutation of what will and won't crash, and so safest thing to do is save warp. It's like 10%. For popping the bubbles, really? I thought it was a lot more likely with the bubbles popped. Actually, it probably also depends on what they dropped, because one of them dropped 3 hearts, so you'd probably also have to take into account the item drops. Like, it'd be complicated to check. It's not worth the risk. I'm just gonna save warp after Boomerang. Although it's gonna be really awkward doing the Hess. So let's skip the Hess too. Can I not pop a single bubble? Okay, yeah, I gotta save warp here. Vibruto is not optimal. In fact, it actually loses a few frames. Because the optimal thing to do is that you see up right before the chest spawns, and it gives you movement a few frames earlier. Okay, this is gonna be awkward. I'm just gonna do this, even though this looks pointless. I just want to be consistent with how it should be. I just want practice. Really? This might not actually work. Alright. I gotta skip it. Okay, very bad split. Yeah, I should be getting in here at like 1 minute on the split. I got in here at 2, so it's really bad. Already lost a minute. Is that it, or is it one more? I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. One paused it. I one paused it, but hesitated. Yeah, my goal is at least sub 110, probably lower. Yeah, 5 hits on hold for now. That saved 30 seconds? Why did that save 30? Did I do something wrong? Or was my PB really that bad on buffering? Oh, you know what? It was probably the keys thing. I got the keys thing first try. Sub 113, sum of best, yeah. And then that sum of best also still is like plus 4 minutes on the final split. So really that should go down to like 108. Assuming I don't botch the ending again. Dude, why is he having trouble attacking me? Okay. It's weird. I keep thinking I'm waiting long enough to get attacked and he's not doing the attack. I just gotta go even slower. They are being so evil by wasting my time. Tried to waste my time extra. Dude, stop. They're trying to give me an extra... Both of them tried to give me an extra cycle. That's actually crazy. Unfortunate Spirit Temple. Yeah, not the best spirit, but Not the worst. It could have been worse. And again, right now I'm just trying to finish runs. As long as it's not like a disaster run ending mistake, it's fine. I messed it up. What is the no initial position setup for this again? I didn't get the ESS on time. Is this... I need to look up no initial position. Very cool. Alright, hopefully I can do this while just following the video. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I vaguely remember the setup. I just haven't done it in years. Okay, we're good, we're good. Mid-run strat search is crazy. Sometimes you gotta do it. If, this is still like, you know, returning to the category, returning after a long time. I gotta look up some strats I gotta remember. I gotta look up backups mainly. Alright, surely this trick will go well first try this time. I have a slight worry my angle may have been off. Other than that, I think that was fine. Alright, so if I just appear in Ganon's castle, it's bad. If it looks like I'm in a soft lock or something and the screen's black, it's good. Was that late? No, it should be fine. It's good. Okay. This looks weird right now. It'll look more normal in a second, but this is the credits, I think. There we go. Okay, yeah. So this is supposed to be the cutscene in the credits where Link and Zelda are in the sky. It just looks a little bit weird because it's taking place inside Ganon's castle instead. But this is the credits. All dungeons ending on a credits warp is so lame. Not gonna lie, I do actually kind of agree. Yeah, I honestly am not a big fan of this credits warp, especially because it looks like this. There may be a rule discussion about this. Why to save so much time? Because my PB did not get it the first time, and failing it is a big time loss. Were I here? I were here, yes. And then here's the real credits. Okay. So at least PB, that was still really bad. Okay, I still have some really dumb time losses. I know Spirit, obviously I lost 2 minutes in Spirit. I lost a minute in Jabu. There was something... Was it I think it was like pre-Fire Temple or something. There was something stupid. Something bad in Shadow. Oh yeah, Shadow I had the bugs issue in Shadow. No, my summon best isn't insane. My summon best should go down to like 106-ish probably. I still have a way to go with my summon best, but at least it's more closer to what it should be. But there's still a lot more time to save. Okay. Back to runs. Really? Really? Right on the edge. Whatever. Run over. Now landing a trick 2 times in a row is deal breaking. It's not that. What's deal breaking is that if I talk to Navi there and I don't get the trick, Navi goes away and won't talk to me again unless I either die or wait like 3 minutes? No, like 20 minutes. Basically, the bigger problem was that Navi isn't going to talk to me again. There is technically a different backup you could do involving hitting the cuckoos, but then that also costs a stick, and I only have 1 stick. Like, there's technically backups, but past that point, I lose way too much time for doing a backup. Wife material there. Because she talks to you once and then doesn't talk to you again, is that why? Do you think that's wife material? Is that your conditions? Just win. Good idea, actually. You know what, I might try that strat this run. It's a bit risky trying that strat without practicing it beforehand, but I think I can probably do it. When am I breaking into the audiobook recording industry? That is probably not happening. I don't know, I never liked reading dialogue out loud for streaming games. That's bad. That's really bad. This is really bad. I don't know how to... I don't know what the safest way to save this is. This is the safest thing to do. That's annoying because I need to set up 1/16th health during the fight. That's why I was just standing still. But sometimes if you take too long, he spits out fire and then that messes up everything. Okay, that run sucked anyway. You just ate 2 pounds of yogurt. Congrats. Could have said the yogurt comment in any stream, but this had to be the stream to choose it. Yeah, I'm so honored people would choose my stream of our streams to comment about their yogurt eating. Is it weird that you can chew your yogurt? Yeah, actually. I want to double check what you're eating. What color is your yogurt, by the way? Have you checked the color? Does it taste funny? How many cocos have I picked up in my entire speedrunning career? A lot. Probably thousands. Probably in the tens of thousands. Yeah, at least 7. How he leave forest without do the DK tree. Classic.
How is possible go outside without do the DK tree? The DK tree. I got out without doing the DK tree by clipping into the guard, which allowed me to get out of the forest early.
Dude, that DK tree line was like... That's probably almost 10 years old now at this point, right? What's next? Dudong's Cavern? Yep. The YouTube video of the DK tree is December 2018. Nice, okay. You know what other meme is really old? Epona hopping a fence turns 20 years old this year. How many people in here even know of Epona hopping a fence? You know it from me. I assume most people nowadays probably only know it from me. It's an old one. It's a 2005 YouTube video. There's probably like, does anyone know the number of videos that were uploaded to YouTube in 2005? Like, it's probably an actually small number. It's probably like in the top 0.01% of like oldest YouTube videos of all time. Yeah, dude, that's when Google Videos was still a thing. Oh my god. You know, I think the first speedrun I ever watched was on Google Videos. I think it was a TSA run on Google Video. Because you couldn't upload long runs to YouTube back then. Grok told you there were 42,069 videos from 2005. Nice. I'm glad Grok is so smart. Yeah, back when YouTube had the 5-star ratings. Yeah, and the 10-minute time limit. There was actually, you could get away from the 10-minute time limit if you had a director's account. Which was like, I forget the specifics, but you had to make an account super early on. And there was some other, you had to be like a brand or something. And I remember there was only one person in the entire speedrunning community that had a director's account, and it was Swordless Link. And so anytime we wanted a longer run upload to YouTube, we had to beg Swordless Link to upload it. And so a lot of the super old OOTMM runs are all on Swordless Link's channel. Miss annotations. Annotations were actually super good. It's actually a tragedy that they're gone. Yeah, Swordless Link. There's a user on YouTube named Swordless Link. He was a OOT community member for a long time. And he would be the one to upload long runs to YouTube back when there was still a limit. And he had the only account in the speedrunning community that didn't have the limit. No, he was not a cheater. He was a tasser. Haha, but tassers are cheaters. No. He didn't do RTA runs. Still got it. Nice. And did I get this C up properly? Am I in position? Nice, okay. Lost no time from that. No, yes I did. Never mind. I was on top of the chest. Alright, not quite perfect. I have chatters who are younger than Wind Waker. I know. I have chatters who are younger than we. You know, chatters who are younger than Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I can't believe Tears of the Kingdom is 20 years old already. Okay, I think this should work with a quarter heart, but it might be a bit sketchy. Seriously, why does Crit Wiggles continue to torture me here? This is bad. Yeah, the roll was weird because I got a crit wiggle as soon as I rolled. This is the 3rd time this has happened. I think like the timing here just happens to be perfect for a crit wiggle, which sucks. It doesn't look like it's gonna work. Looks off. Yeah, no way. That's wrong. Rip. Yeah. Okay. Dead. Oh yeah, I can, before I end, I can show something with Sorry and a fish. Funny old glitch. You sure hope it's funny? It's hilarious, Flash. It's literally the funniest glitch you'll ever see. When am I gonna speedrun Quake 2 on the 3DS? Does Quake 2 actually have a 3DS port? There's no way, right? It does? That's crazy. Oh, is it not official? Okay, that makes more sense if it's not official. Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant an official port. Any 80-year-old chatters? There might be like one, statistically. I know, at least based on my YouTube analytics, I do have at least a very small percentage of over 65 viewers. Although it could just be people putting their birthday as 1901. January 1st, 1901 was a very popular day to be born. Interesting coincidence. Although I guess with YouTube's new age AI, they probably know who's lying about being 124. I wonder if those are the people who are gonna like get AI ID'd at first. Age AI, you haven't heard? Maybe it's best you don't know the depressing state of the world. Oh god, yeah, YouTube is starting to use AI to try to figure out your actual age. And if they think you may be under 18, they will ask you for photo ID. And it's all just based on what the AI thinks. Yeah, I'm hoping that YouTube can probably tell that I am not under 18, considering my channel alone is 18 years old. And I play an old game, and my audience is almost entirely old people. I'm not sure if this is equivocal anymore. I feel like this is like a controller thing. Why is this happening? This is really dumb. I need to see what's going on with this. There's no way this saves it. I tried a random manual adjustment because it looked wrong. Wait, that might actually work. If that random manual adjustment actually works. Oh my god. That had no business working. Good luck, amigo. Gracias. Yes, I'm a bit fluent in Spanish. I know how to say Donde está la biblioteca? I'm from Arizona, my Spanish accent is that bad. I'm not trying. I can do a better one if I want, but I want to try. Don't... Really? That's really bad. I didn't properly target the hookshot pillar, even though I thought I did. Missed the pause. Okay, that thing runs over. I might have been able to save it from one fail, but not from two. One frame rate on the pause. Oh, but I did say I was gonna show something. I was gonna mess with something. Hold on. I was talking about this glitch with Volve earlier today. There's this really weird glitch. This is like a super old one. Like, this is one that I remember reading about on like Game FAQs and Cheat Planet like years and years ago. Wait, is this even... Cutscene isn't activated. Hold on. Is this... Okay, yeah. So this is like a super old glitch that was on like old gaming sites back in the day that I remember messing with very early on when I got into learning about glitches. But if you drop a fish like right here, right before the Saria cutscene, and then start the cutscene, watch this. See, Saria has a little pet in the cutscene for some reason. Like, this is a really weird glitch because a lot of the glitches back in the day, like, obviously I didn't know how they worked, but if I think about a lot of the old glitches now, like, I understand most of how all those old glitches work, but this one just, like, doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand why this could happen. No, I think this doesn't work with bugs, which is another weird thing. It's like, it's specific to fish, I think. You know what, I bet this is, like, some kind of SRM type thing, as in, like, heap-related or something like that. Yeah, because I think the bugs... Yeah, see, the bugs are still where they were dropped. But yeah, they're not there. We check blue fire. Yeah, this happens on every version, not version exclusive. Here, let me see. Did that go anywhere? Nope, that's still at that place. But yeah, it's a really weird trick. I mean, I'm sure we could figure it out now. Someone probably has, like, deep in Discord, deep in glitch hunting. Either way, just a really weird glitch I was talking about with Volv earlier and he wanted me to show it off. Anyway, I'm gonna be done for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, but I will end more runs soon. I'll probably stream tomorrow.